What up, everybody? Listen, I'm so glad we locked in again. Listen, last week I gave you a challenge to think about what you had in your possession, right? As we're doing this devotion, or last week or yesterday, or whenever you're watching it, you might be watching them consecutive right here on my YouTube channel. Make sure that you subscribe, make sure you like, so you get an alert when these come up, right? Because I'm going to do them by inspiration and you let me know that it was helpful. Listen, we were in Second Kings, the fourth chapter, and without being redundant, you could just watch the other one. I said that when God has a plan and a purpose, he sends you a person. That person provides for you a perspective, and the perspective gives you a strategy for success. And I was talking about the widow woman who was in debt. God wants you to break the bondage of debt, get you out of debt. He doesn't want you in debt. He asks her a question. He says, what do you have in your house? She says, a little oil, right? A little oil. And she was missing a perspective. And now he gives her a strategy, an insight, a perspective about what she possessed, right? The mystery is in what you don't know about what you have. The mystery is locked in what you don't know about what you have, right? Some of us have underestimated, underutilized resources that have been sent, have been given to us, and we need a revelation about our resource. Well, God sent this word, sent this moment. I believe in he's sending this word and this moment to you right now to give you a revelation about your resource so you can see what you couldn't see, so you could do what you couldn't do, because God is giving you a strategy for success. Man, this woman, he says, Elijah says to her in verse 3 and 4, 2 Kings, the fourth chapter, he says, here's what I want you to do. I'm reading out the Message Bible. He says, go up and down the street, borrow jugs and bowls from all of your neighbors, and not just a few. Get all you can get, all right? Set your expectation that we're about to do something. We're about to do more with less. We're about to do something great with what you have. And your expectation, I'll be able to tell your expectation about how much you prepare for this, right? You're preparing for much. You're preparing for great. Join in with this revelation and borrow not a few. Right now, this is not borrowing to be in debt. This is borrowing to leverage a moment and an opportunity so she can move into the next. And her obedience of doing this is creating an opportunity. And I'm telling you, your obedience is creating an opportunity. You got to participate in the process. Watch it. She runs up and down, get all the food. Then he says, come home, lock the door behind you, you and your sons, pour oil into the container. Pour oil into the container. A little oil, pour it into the container. When you pour a little oil into the container, when each oil is full, set it aside. You're not going to run out. He starts giving her momentum and giving her a miracle in the moment of this momentum. By her obedience is what created an opportunity. Question is, can you obey a crazy instruction? Can you do something that doesn't seem to make logical sense, but God will give you supernatural sense when it don't make sense? Come on here. And the reality is she starts doing this and she does what he says. And fast forward, when she does what he says, she keeps on pouring, she keeps on pouring, and she doesn't run out. She fills all the pots. She never runs out. He gives her a strategy for success. She was about to quit, give up, die, didn't think she had enough, went from having less, not enough, to more than enough. She pours, never runs out. The scripture says that she never ran out of oil until she ran out of pots. When she ran out of pots, she still had oil, and she never ran out of oil. She ran out of pots before she ran out of oil. And I'm telling you, you're going to run out of pots before you run out of oil, because when you obey a divine instruction, God will give you more in your obedience and more opportunities than you have time, room, space for. She does what he says, and then when she finished and she fills them, she comes back to her source. She comes back to her person and says, hey, I did what you told me. What do you want me to do next? I love the instruction he gave her. This is a strategy for success. He says to her, he says, now, here's very simple. I want you to go and sell all the oil. I want you to pay all your debts. And I want you to live off the rest. Sell your oil, pay your debts, and live off the rest. This is a strategy. She went from getting ready to die in debt to now being debt free. She gets ready from thinking that what she possessed, her talent, her skill, her ability, wasn't enough, to recognizing that she just needed a revelation about what she had. And it wasn't just enough, but it was more than enough. And she even had some left when she was done. She went from having only a little oil to being the oil lady. She went to being an entrepreneur and being able to live in the overflow for the rest of her life. Go and sell your oil, make good on your debts, and live off the rest. He gave her a strategy for success. She was in poverty, not because she didn't have anything that she possessed, but she was in poverty because she was missing a perspective. And when God gave her proper perspective, then the proper perspective brought her prosperity. Man, prosperity is principled, and all you have to do is follow the path, the predictable pattern of prosperity. Take the seeds that you have, sow them, grow them, use what you possess to do more. God never leaves you with nothing. You just need a revelation of what it is that you have, right? This is what God does for her. And then this process, I believe this is what God is going to do, is doing for you. He's giving you a strategy for success and a perspective. I hope this helped you. I hope this blessed you. I hope you're taking inventory, thinking about your life, thinking about what you possess, thinking about your problems differently, and know that you're coming out. You're going to sell it. You're going to sell it. You're going to make good on all your debts, pay your debts, and you're going to live off the rest. Live, I say, off the rest. Subscribe, like, tell me if this helped you, if this blessed you, if you got something out of this quick devotion, man. I could preach this and keep pushing, but I just said I'm going to do about a 7-minute devotion to lock you into a moment, to help you have a strategy for success. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for rocking with me. Tag somebody and share this. Let them know. Let me know if it bless you. Peace.